Another beautiful day. Mal, I think we may have this wake up in the morning thing on lockdown.
You think so?
I think so. I think we actually have it under control. It's afternoon right now, but that's all right. We were up before 11, which is pretty good considering that we had to stay up a little bit last night to do games. By the way, welcome to Sunday. Welcome to Sunday. So it's going to be a bit of a work day. I mentioned it yesterday, but Mal hasn't finished Katamari. We had actually had plans today to do movie night. We were going to do movie night today because we couldn't do it last Friday, but we were kind of banking on the fact that Mal would be able to finish the painting, and she was unable to finish it in time, so we're going to have to just kind of pick up movie night and move it somewhere else, maybe later this week or something. Right before Mal releases a painting is probably one of the most stressful times in the house. And then right after she releases one is one of the least stressful times in the house. So it's all on you. You control the stress. Isn't it exciting? We've got a big de-stressing meal though. Mal has cooked up the white chicken chili, which is we've had a few times and is oh so delicious. And I think a little bit more healthy for you than normal beef chili.
I guess so.
We guess. I don't know. And even if it's not, it doesn't really matter. We're still going to eat it. I'm pretty excited about this. So we're going to have some of this, watch Seinfeld. And actually, I think, Mal...
Get back to work?
Well, yeah, but like I'm pretty sure we might be through season 7 now.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure, but I think we might be nearing the end of this entire show, which is wild. But, I guess that can happen after you've watched the show for every single meal for 4 months. And we were through season 7, on to season 8, which is, and I'm going to talk about this later on in a dedicated vlog when we finish Seinfeld, but season 8 is kind of a big deal because it's the departure of Larry David, who had been a writer on the show up to that point. So moving into season 8 is kind of interesting, and I keep paying attention. I'm sure I would be paying close attention from here to the end of the show to see if there's spots where I feel like Larry David's touch was missing, in some way, or if Jerry was able to actually, carry the show without Larry David's help. Sorry, just Seinfeld things. It's been a very crazy day. We're already at the end of the day. We focused really hard on getting stuff done today. And things have been pretty good. Mal finished Katamari, as I knew she would. The biggest problem with, you get the painting done, and there's still the editing done, editing to finish up. She finished the time-lapse this evening, which is harder than it sounds. I know it may sound like, if you want to do a time-lapse, you just take all the footage and compress it, but that's actually not it. Mal goes through and removes every single moment where the brush is not touching the canvas, which can be a lot, and certainly a lot of work. When you're doing painting, there's a lot of time that's spent waiting on things to dry, or there's times practicing techniques, because sometimes Mal knows what she wants to do, but she doesn't know how she wants to do that. And she'll try multiple techniques, like on a sketchbook, with her paints before she actually moves it to the canvas. She wants to figure out what's going to work. So she goes through and she cuts all that stuff out. I'm trying to remember, I think maybe on the first episode of Mal Makes, maybe the second one also, but I'm pretty sure definitely on the first episode of Mal Makes, we just took everything and compressed it down for the time-lapse. And then we decided after that we wanted to take out everything that wasn't, brush to canvas, because when you do it that way, it looks better. It's just non-stop painting, happening. If you leave everything in, there's a lot of times where there's various movements and all this other stuff, and I think it makes for a better piece. The problem is it takes longer. So Mal finished Katamari, and then she had already been working on the time-lapse a little bit in the evening sometimes when she would finish, but she was able to finish it up tonight. But the full version is the monster, and that's going to have to be accomplished tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we actually have plans. I know I talked earlier about how we were hoping to do movie night tonight. That got moved, but we do have plans for tomorrow. We are having Dan, Lindsay, Austin, and Nikki over. They're gonna be coming over here. I think the ultimate goal is for Lindsay, Nikki, and Mal to do like some gardening stuff, because we're gonna start preparing the vegetables that we want to plant this year. We plant vegetables pretty much every year. There might have been a year we missed, but most years since like 2012 or something, we've planted vegetables, and we usually do tomatoes. There's been years we've done other things. There's been years we've done literally too much. But this year I think we're going to be doing tomatoes and maybe one or two other things. So I believe they're going to be doing that tomorrow. But everyone's going to come over for dinner. I think Nikki's actually cooking, and we're going to be hanging out a little bit. So in the morning, that's happening in the evening. So in the morning, we're going to be still working on stuff. Mal's going to be trying to really tear into the full version and get that done. And then tomorrow evening, we'll be relaxing a little bit as people come over. It's still going to be a busy week, but I'm glad to see things calm down around here a little bit. And tomorrow will be a nice way to relax. So something to look forward to. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?